It's crazy, bro. The man just got drafted, bro. They not trying to let this nigga cook, bro. Hey, man, we gonna check this all out, though. This should say Victor Wembanyama is already in trouble, and they got Britney Spears in the thumbnail, bro. Please don't tell me he cuffed her up, bro.
Swarmed NBA star Victor.
We gonna see though.
Los Angeles fans swarmed NBA star Victor Wembanyama. Britney Spears had a major oops in Las Vegas last night, causing her to get slapped and even falling on the floor. The director of his security team backhanded her, causing her.
What the hell? Oh, now they're tweaking. So Victor's security smacked Britney Spears. That's
her to
crazy.
fall to the floor and her glasses falling off.
Excuse me, the better deal than tasing.
I had to reread the story like 3 times to make sure it is what it actually is, because it's a wild story that I have to admit I don't think I expected or you expected or any of us expected. So before we get to the content, we are running back our giveaway, giving away $1,000 split.
Shout out flightreacts though.
Leo, when you use Yama, he is he'll double your deposit up to $100. Mike check 1212. What's going on, everybody? For those of you guys that don't know Victor Wembanyama, he is the greatest NBA prospect that we've ever seen since LeBron James. Or you could ask Adrian Wojnarowski, who will take it a step even further.
This is the most highly anticipated player to ever enter. Maybe not only the greatest prospect in the NBA's history, maybe the greatest prospect in the history of team sports.
Jokes aside,
what the? Nah, that's crazy dick riding. Bro said the history of team sports, bro. Bro, wipe your mouth, bro. You just gotta wipe that shit.
To ever enter. Maybe not only the greatest prospect in the NBA's history, maybe the greatest prospect in the history of team sports.
Jokes aside, Victor Wembanyama is the greatest NBA prospect to be hyped up as this once-in-a-generation type prospect. The last one being Zion Williamson in 2019, Ben Simmons in 2016, Andrew Wiggins in 2014, Anthony Davis in 2012. You guys get my point. But what I will say is Victor Wembanyama is truly a unicorn. In terms of play style, we've never seen anything like it. And I feel like this one characteristic of Wemby is the reason why he is generating a significant amount of hype. And it seems like
all right, man, get to the BS, bro. You chatting right now.
NBA stars. And the next generation of basketball is looking to be very interesting. You have players like Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama entering the league. You had Bol Bol already that was mesmerizing NBA fans in the opportunities that he was able to get playing time, which he did for the Orlando Magic over this past year, which, by the way, he recently got waived, which means the San Antonio Spurs have the opportunity to do something really freaking funny if they sign Bol Bol and develop him alongside Victor Wembanyama.
Nah, they should do that low-key.
Very young at this stage of his career, as he turns 24 years old in November. Now, with that being said, obviously, when you are generating a significant amount of hype for a prospect for about a year and a half, once he gets drafted, immediately people want to see him play, even if it doesn't necessarily mean that the games matter. That's why the NBA makes sure that the Summer League takes place about 2 weeks after the NBA draft. To give you an idea of how much hype this one man has generated, when the Spurs traded DeJounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks for Danilo Gallinari and 3 first-round picks and a pick swap, immediately analysts were suggesting that the Spurs were trying to tank for Wembanyama. There's even this long-running joke that the San Antonio Spurs began working on their brand new utopian-esque practice facility / park prepare for Wemby's arrival. On top of that, Victor Wembanyama's first practice for the San Antonio Spurs generated a huge media circus, doing whatever they can to interview him and ask him pretty unique questions like this.
Impressions of Coach Pop after 1 week. He works out more than I thought. You know, every morning he's there running on a treadmill, lifting weights.
Or hell, I think this might be the weirdest question.
We knew, right? We knew we were going to hear your name. And yet when your name was called and you were there with your sister and brother, you got emotional. What was that moment like?
Expect the baby, 9 months before, and when he comes in, he still cries,
The hell?
It's still a big achievement.
This nigga compared getting drafted to a baby being born, but that's crazy.
In my life. And
I mean, but that's a smart ass analogy though. Because he said you wait for 9 months because he already knew, everybody knew he was going #1. but you're still gonna be excited when it happens. Okay, my fault. Self-neck.
With all that being said, you can only imagine the amount of hype that Victor Wembanyama's Summer League debut generated. To give you an idea, last year, in order to purchase a ticket to a San Antonio Spurs game, the average price per ticket was $69. Nice. Now, in order to get a ticket to be able to watch Wemby's debut during Summer League, you're gonna have to pay $195
Damn.
on TickPick.
Niggas is taxing like
Tickets
crazy.
are already sold out at this point. But that's not the only craziness that has gone on. In addition to this, Victor Wembanyama's hype may have got him into some trouble. Now, I want to be very clear. This trouble isn't directly as a result of Wemby being a bad person. It's just a simple case of a young man generating a significant amount of hype and attention that has gone wrong. So, of course, we all know Britney Spears.
Yeah.
A pop star that dominated the 2000s, a celebrity in the 2010s and the 2020s for various reasons. Obviously, there were highs to her stardom and lows to her stardom. But there's one thing that's for certain. You probably know who Britney Spears is. Well, guess who was in Las Vegas at the same time as Victor Wembanyama was when Wemby was getting bombarded by fans? It was Britney Spears. The result was an alleged assault. Yeah, check this out. According to TMZ, Britney Spears was allegedly assaulted Wednesday night in Las Vegas after a member of NBA phenom Victor Wembanyama's security backhanded her in the face, and she has filed a police report.
The hell?
I love how they had to go out of the way to say,
Hey, she filed a police report. This is a very big deal.
we'll get to that in a sec. The incident went down at Catch Restaurant in the Aria Hotel around 8:30 p.m. Britney, alongside with her husband, Sam Aschetti, and two others went to the restaurant.
I didn't even know she was married.
for dinner. She was swarmed by fans as she entered the casino. So it's kind of funny. I'm kind of wondering, is this Britney Spears' fans, or is this Victor Wembanyama's fans, or did the fans have like a collab with each other? That part I don't get. Now, apparently, Britney and company walked over to Catch, and as they were entering the restaurant, Britney spotted Victor. We're told she's a fan and went over to ask if they could take a photo together. She tapped him on his back, right shoulder, and
Wait, what? She said she's a fan of Wemby?
Security for the San Antonio Spurs, the team that drafted Victor.
Wait, my fault. Let me run this all back. What they say?
Now, apparently, Britney and company walked over to Catch, and as they were entering the restaurant, Britney spotted Victor. We're told she's a fan and went over to ask if they could take a photo together.
That's
Tapped
calm.
him on his back, right shoulder, and we're told the director of team security for the San Antonio.
Nah. That's how we know it's cap. They said she touched his back shoulder. That's cap. Nigga's 7'8", bro. She's like what, 5'5"? She can't reach that far, like that high, bro. Like that's how we know it's some BS in this like report. So I think they lying already. I don't know what really happened yet, but let's hear him talk about
The
it.
team that drafted Victor last month instantly backhanded her, causing her to fall to the ground, knocking her.
That's crazy
off.
though.
Wow. Okay.
That's a crazy security guard
I
too.
could understand that there's a bunch of people there, and it's your job to protect Wemby. And I will admit, I don't know how crazy Victor Wembanyama fans are. I don't know how much of a circus it could be in Vegas in that situation.
Oh nah, look at this. These are all fans right here. They trying to jump the fence. The nigga doesn't even need to. He can already see over the fence. That's crazy.
You're instructed that you need to protect Wemby.
Nah.
Obviously, if someone touches Wemby, you're failing at your job. At the same time, I'd expect an American security guard or a security guard working in America to understand that this is Britney freaking Spears.
Nah, for real.
This is a nice PR opportunity for Wemby. Now, it seems like Britney actually took it in stride. Composed herself and went to her table. We're told the security guard came over to the table and apologized and said, "You understand how it is when you're being swarmed by fans." He apologized and Britney accepted it.
Oh, okay, that's valid. That's valid then. Then why is there reporting all this shit?
He also said when he slapped her, he didn't know who she was. That's interesting. You can't, on one hand, say, I have no idea who this woman is, and at the same time say, hey, you know how it is when you're swarmed by a bunch of fans? I mean, you're Britney freaking Spears. You're known for the fact that paparazzi would not leave you alone in the mid to late 2000s. Hell, you shaved your head because of it. So you can't have it both ways. But at the same time, I don't think the security guard is this evil human being that truly has a deep-rooted hatred for Britney Spears and wanted to assault the crap out of her. So afterwards, Britney's security team would collab with Victor's security team, and afterward, her team filed a police report with the Metropolitan Police Department alleging battery. Yikes. Yeah, that is not necessarily the greatest look. And you can even see Britney Spears pulling up right behind Victor Wembanyama, and from there,
damn,
said that she tried to tap him on the shoulder, which led to things getting physical with security. So law enforcement sources tell TMZ that the man listed on the police report as the one who slapped Britney is Damian Smith, the director of team security for the Spurs. Our sources say it is not being handled as a criminal matter because cops determined Smith was not trying to hurt Britney, but rather defend Britney.
Okay, that's valid. Okay, shout out to the cops for not like putting him in handcuffs and shit like that because they noticed the situation.
Wembanyama, I just love the language of these incidents. It's like,
Yeah, they were trying to protect the 7'3" basketball star from Britney freaking Spears.
now we're told Vegas police brass will be meeting face to face with Britney this morning to discuss the incident. We got a video of them walking through the lobby to go up to her suite. Our law enforcement sources tell us the cops who responded to Aria reviewed security camera footage showing Smith push Britney's hand away. Then her hand, not Smith's, struck her face. Cops did not address the velocity of the force.
Bro, you see his bullshit. They said it's not even him that slapped her. He like slapped off her hand, then her hand hit her face. Bro, there's tweaking, bro.
Swing. I just think that's a very funny detail, not addressing the velocity of the force of the swing. I'm going to stand by it. I feel like this was definitely not done on purpose. But anyway, we just received contrary information about the police investigation from a source high up in the Metro Police Department. Our source says that this is indeed a criminal investigation, and they're taking the incident as serious as a heart attack. The source says the case will be likely referred to the DA, although...
Bro said it's serious as a heart attack, bro. What the hell? She barely got even touched.
That does not mean criminal charges will be filed. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's just like the ridiculousness of this situation is kind of comical if you ask me. So what do I think about all this? Well, obviously, I don't think any of this is Victor Wembanyama's fault. I can't really even comment on the security guard because...
But it's him they gonna try and sue.
If you look at the videos, it doesn't necessarily look like Wemby is being like swarmed by people. So it doesn't really make sense to me why the security guard's immediate reaction would be to smack the living shit out of someone that's tapping Wemby on the shoulder. I mean, if this was a situation where he was being bombarded like Michael Jordan status, then that's one thing. But it doesn't seem like this was the case at all. At least based upon the footage that we're looking at, it seems like Britney just wanted to go up to Wemby and say, "Hey, Wemby, like, could I?"
This is a crazy video right here. She looks nuts.
Together, it'll go up on
she
social
looks.
media.
Look at them eyes, bro. Like, bro, what kind of meth was this shorty on, bro? She had to be on some type of hard meth, bro. Hard meth.
Cool for your fans. It'll be really cool for my fans. He's done it with a lot of people at this point. I don't necessarily understand why the security guard would do what he did. If Wemby was swarmed by a lot of people and he was feeling flustered and like it was claustrophobic, that's one thing. But this is a professional we're talking about. So why would he decide to do that is beyond me. At the same time, I'd like to think that people don't go out of their way to slap women unprovoked completely. But at the very basis of this issue, this security guard fumbled a nice little PR opportunity for Victor.
Nah, for real, that would have been a low-key a tough PR move.
At his job today. I guess you can make a case of it being...
Nah, he's for sure getting fired. Like, bro, he's getting packed out. That nigga's not having no contract with the Spurs, with nothing. I'm not talking about Wemby, I'm talking about the guard. Because they said that was the guard for the Spurs.
They're safe and
the security guard.
But I also do think Britney's team's reaction to this is wild. But at the same time, how the hell are you supposed to react to a situation like this? My boy quite literally took "Hit Me Baby One More Time" way too seriously. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this incident? I think it's a wild story. I had to bring it to you guys. In the midst of all the free agency news we're getting, it's nice to get a little bit of drama like this, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of.
Yeah, bro, I think it's not a stretch because she did get, like, she got low-key assaulted a little bit, not really, but yeah, though, that security guard is tweaking. But this should have nothing to do with Wemby, though. That's what I think. Y'all let me know what you think.